Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Kate. I'm here to talk to you about module number 3 because we are going to go through all the different modules that we've got in my Mumpreneur Web Design Academy. Today we're going to talk about module number 3. We're going to keep going through them all so that when you do buy the course, you've got a better understanding about the sort of things you're going to be learning about, because as I've pointed out, if you've never built a website before and someone says we're going to teach you everything you need to know, but what is that though? Because you've never built a website, so you don't know what all the things are. So this is where we break it down so that you've got a better understanding of what the course is actually going to cover, so you know what you're learning yourself in for and you know what to expect. So module 3 is really important. We're talking about themes, we're talking about templates that we can use, we're setting up pages and we're setting up menus. So 4 different areas that we're going to be covering. So the first one is the theme. Okay, now if you don't know what the theme is for WordPress, it's simple. There are, I think I googled it once, it's silly, like 70,000, maybe 100,000 different themes. It's a silly number, I can't remember the number, but it was a lot. There's a lot of themes that you could buy for so they're free. First of all, the themes that we're working with, they're free ones. There's a lot of them for free. There's about 70,000, let's say. If that's the number, let's say it's about 70,000. You can also pay for ones as well if you want to. You don't have to. What I'll be teaching in my course will cover everything that we're talking about in the course. Everything that I'm showing you how to build in the course isn't going to cost you anything extra. The only thing you need to pay for when you do enroll in the course, obviously you pay for the course, but once you've done that, all you've got to make sure that you do cover payment wise would be your hosting, getting a URL and domain set up, and that's pretty much it. So it's like, because they are your intellectual properties essentially, so you'd have to pay for that. Otherwise, if I was to pay for it, for example, then I would be the owner of your website. Oh, we don't want that. This is not my website. So yeah, the themes that we're doing, that we're using in this tutorial are completely free. Everything, like I say, that we're using, all the plugins, all the bits and bobs that we use to put the website together, won't cost you anything extra. You can of course use paid versions if you want to, but you don't need to. You're fine with just the free ones. Okay, so yes, a theme. Imagine your phone, okay, and you've got different layouts available with different backgrounds and different settings and different structures within that, and you've got a library of different ones that you can choose, and this one's got like a really cool background, but it's also got these really cool widgets, and then but I actually prefer this background because it's kind of a moving one and it comes with these extra widgets that the other one didn't, and actually that's the one I want. So it's like that. So that's how you can sort of think of a theme. The theme is essentially the layout of your website that you're going to be creating, and it comes with certain settings, certain customization type options. It depends on the ones that you choose. It really isn't fixed in place though, so every theme that you do install and use on WordPress really doesn't matter. You know, you might look at a theme and think, do you know what, I really like that theme, I don't know about this part here, I don't know about that, I don't think I want to keep that, but the rest of it's pretty good. That's cool, because you can just delete those blocks, you can just delete those sections completely if you don't want them. And you can import from other areas as well, from other different templates. You can import just a certain bit, you know, bits and bobs from different areas, so you can stitch it together the way you want it and then make it look the way you want it. So that's a really cool thing about themes. There's an abundance of them to choose from. Okay, there's certain different themes out there. Some are quite heavy in size, some are lightweight. I've chosen a lightweight theme to teach you with because I love it, and it just has a lot of great functionality within it. And the customization on it is really good as well, compared to other themes where it's been very restrictive, uber annoying, with silly settings, living in the weirdest place. So I wanted to keep it simple for you and straightforward, because if you've never done a website on WordPress or anywhere before, you know, the last thing you need is added complication. So I've tried to keep it really straightforward. So the theme that we're building on within this tutorial is a theme called Cadence. which is brilliant. I came across it, I don't know how long ago, pretty much when it came out actually, and I looked at it and I thought, brilliant, my new favourite theme. It's a really good one. So that's the theme that we're using. It's nice and lightweight, it's very flexible. You can adjust everything that you want to, and that's pretty much the case of all themes, to be fair. But you know, some of the premium ones that you would pay for, I can't say the same necessarily. Some of them are quite annoying, but that's fine. We're not doing that. We're not here for annoying. We're not here for difficult. We're here for straightforward, simple. Yeah, we're not doing that. The theme is Cadence. You can have a look at that. You can Google it if you want. It's spelt with a K, so Kandence. That's the theme that we're going to work with. And now, so you've got your overall theme, okay, and that's going to encompass the whole of your website. It's going to be on all of the pages that you create. Okay, but then that's cool, but then you might want to have a bit of a template to go with that as well. So in the tutorial, I'll show you how to add a template, which will, again, it just makes your life easier. Now you can create your own template. You can start from scratch and just build it as you go. There's nothing wrong with that. You can even import a framework if you want to, but we're not doing the complicated, painful, time-consuming. That's more advanced training, which I've no need to go into with you guys. When it comes to the Mumpreneur Web Design Academy, I wanted it to be straightforward, no fuss, no faff, no nothing. It's just to the point and get your website done. So I've kept it simple. I will do training later with these other more advanced techniques in there included. So if you do want to improve upon your previous, you know, your current skills or your skills at the time, and you want to improve on it, you want to learn some more bits, I'll create a course for that. But right now it's just a simple, straightforward, can't go wrong pretty much, because I know this frustration and the difficulty and the pain that you will experience if it's overcomplicated. The key is simplicity, and so I've made sure to keep it as simple as possible without any headaches, because we don't need that. And then pages. So pages, we need pages on our website, don't we? Unless you just want one page, you just want to have a one-page website, which is fine. But then you're going to have different sections within that page, I'm sure. Yeah, that part of the training is all about setting up all of the different pages. So are you going to have a home page, an about me, a contact, your services page? Are you going to have a portfolio page? Are you going to have a post? Are you going to set up some posts as well so that you can update them? So like a blog type job. So if you want to write blogs and you want to keep adding updated information, do you want to add that to your post pages, and have a main page dedicated to your posts where they all land? So there's lots of different options with the pages option. So again, we're pretty much going through that. Now your pages that you want to have for your website might be very different to what I've got on mine and what I've shown you how to build on my site. And that's cool, and that's fine. You can change it. You know, you might have a completely different industry than what I am and what I'm showing you, and so you'll need different pages to accommodate that. So I'll show you how to set up pages, how to set them up properly so that you've got enough of them and the right ones. And then we go on to the menus, because we need to make sure we've got menus. So when you go to a website, when you go, usually what you'll find is there's usually like either a hamburger icon, or you can see the menu across the top of the bar. So that would be like the main menu. But then if you scroll to the bottom, then you might see a menu at the bottom, and that would usually be like your privacy statement, your legal statements, your terms, conditions, stuff like that. And that's what you'd have in your footer. So we've got all of these different pages. We've got them for your main area where we want people to go, but we've also got them for the footer as well. And so now we have to organize them into menus sections so that they can be displayed properly on the website. So we're going to go through all of that, make sure that you're happy with the layout of it, and again, with everything with WordPress, everything is customizable. So if you are looking at the menu and you think, do you know what, I don't like that color, do you know what, I don't like that font anymore, I want to change that just for this particular thing, or actually I want my menu to look this, and actually I want to add this to my menu. So you can do that, you know, even adding social media icons to your menu somewhere. You can put it on the menu, or you can keep it anywhere else on the page, or you can do a bit of both. So I'm going to show you all of those different things. So depending on the sort of menu that you want for your, like the layout you want for your customers, for your visitors to see, it will depend on, you know, what you do, but I'll show you in any case. And then if you do get stuck and you want to change something up and you want to make it a bit different, you can. Just like usual, you can just drop me a message. We've got WhatsApp, we've got Facebook, you've got my email if you want it, and you can just drop me a message and say, Kate, I'm on the module 3, we're talking about the menu, and I kind of like the menu, but actually I want to change it to this, that and the third, can you help me? And I'll say, yeah, of course. And then we'll have a chat, and we'll have a play with it and see what you like, okay, until you get it to where you want. So that's pretty much module 3 in a nutshell. There's a lot that I go through, obviously more thoroughly and more in depth in the actual course itself. So if you are looking to enroll in a course and you do want to learn how to build a website for yourself, definitely enroll, okay. The benefits alone are amazing. You're going to feel really amazing after you've built it. You're not going to need to ask people to help you with this and then have to suffer the fate of having to pay them, because normally if you hire a web designer or a web developer, usually, and they build a website for you and you're fairly happy with it, but maybe you want to change a few things here and there, you usually get a few options for making adjustments. So you get a few different times where you can make an adjustment. You can submit a request to change your website, and it's included in the price that you've already paid for, okay. But outside of that window, if you then decide you want to change something, or you want to add this to the website, or you want to update with this, or you want to change the theme altogether, which you can do, you can absolutely do it even after you've built your website. You can change the theme entirely, because maybe you don't like that theme anymore. Maybe it's just annoying. You could do that. But if you ask these people that you've hired already to do it for you, unless you're very good friends with them, they're probably going to charge you, and their charge is going to be dependent on whatever they've set, okay. So the good thing about learning to build a website yourself is that you don't have to do that. When you know how to build a website and you've learned it and you've learned the basics, if you want to go and change something, you can change something. You just log in whenever you feel like it. Log in at 3 o'clock in the morning if you want and have a fiddle, and then there you go, done. It's pretty simple. And the really good thing about the course as well is because I know what it's like not to have anyone helping and having to work it out on your own, and it's painful, it's a struggle. And because I know that, I've made sure that anybody who enrolls in my course is going to have lifetime access to me personally. As in, if you get stuck and you don't know what to do through the course, outside of the course, drop Kate a message and I will help you. If you do later on decide in a few months or a year or something from now, a few years from now, that you want to change something on your website, it's been a while, you can't remember, or you've broken something by mistake, or a plugin's updated and your website's gone down, and that happens, that's the beauty about this course, is that you can just ask me and I'll give you the answer, or I'll log into the website for you and I'll fix it. Whereas if you hire somebody, they're going to charge you, they're going to spend all the time, they're going to drag it out, ask you 20,000 questions, and then they're going to ask you for money, and then once you've got the money, depending on how expensive they are, then when they get around to it, they'll fix it and sort it, which is very drawn out, it's very dragged out. And if you're in a hurry because you want to get your website back up and running, that's not convenient. So I am in the mindset of, you drop me a message because you're confused, or you need help, or you're not sure about something, alright, and then I'll come back to you. As long as I'm not sleeping, I will come back to you and I will help you. I'll give you the answer if you want the answer, if you want me to guide you so you can kind of work it out yourself, because some people like that, some people want to try and unravel the mystery themselves, so I can do that with you. I'll make you some videos, I'll show you this is where the problem is and this is how you can fix it, and if you want me just to fix it, I can. Some people prefer that. If you want me just to let you fix it and I'll tell you how to, then that's awesome too, because it's better that you learn, because if it happens again, then you'll know how to fix it, hopefully, as long as you don't forget. But even if you did, you've got a video, so you can always watch it. So there's a lot of support, and I wanted to make sure that was priority, because I know how horribly painful it is to get stuck on building something and then you don't know where to go. And that's the thing with because you could go on YouTube and do a follow along tutorial. It's great, yeah, and let me show you how to build this website and how easy it is. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. Thing is, if you do have a question, and please don't be under any false illusion here, you're not going to be the only person watching that video. There's going to be a lot of other people watching that video. So if you are watching that video along with hundreds of thousands of other people and you all have questions, do you think they're going to get answered or no? And then if that doesn't get answered, are you just sort of stuck in limbo? Try and figure it out, and it just becomes a headache. And that's why, as good as those tutorials are, I'm not knocking them, I'm really not. The problem I have with them is if you've got a problem, they're not really responsive, especially if it's an old video. They're not really there to answer your questions anymore. They kind of give up after, I guess after they've got enough views or something, I don't know, or maybe they get busy, or I don't know why, but they don't always answer. And so it's a gamble. You could spend all that time and stretch it out and follow along with the videos, absolutely. And you might get lucky, you might get somebody who's super responsive and answering your questions and giving you really great hints and tips and stuff like that. That would be cool, wouldn't it? But you can't know that for sure, you can't guarantee that for sure. Even if someone's recently responded to somebody in the comments, it doesn't mean by the time you add one that person's going to be there to answer. You don't know what's going on in their world. They might have a family emergency or something. You don't know. So, and that's the thing. It's a bit of a gamble. So that's why it was important for me anyway, when I set this course up, that there was lots and lots of support. Okay, because I don't want you guys to feel like, okay, I'm just going to buy the course, I'm going to follow along, and then if we've got questions, there's nothing. No. Well, that would be a rubbish course, wouldn't it? You're going to have questions. You're going to want to customize your website to fit your thing, whatever it is. And I know that. I'm really very much aware of that. And so that's why I've set it up the way I've set it up. So if you have questions, once you have enrolled, you can just message me on WhatsApp. You can message me on Facebook. Okay, you can drop me an email if you want. You can record a little video on your phone and send it to me. You can send me a video on Loom. You can use that. As long as you keep your videos, I can't remember how long, a couple of minutes long, under 5 minutes I think. It's you can use it for free, and you can share your screen, and you can record your face and voice and everything. So there's lots of different ways that you can contact me and ask for help, okay? And I've made sure that that's like at my forefront. And then alongside that, we have 2 live Q&A sessions every single week as well. So they're about an hour long, and it's an opportunity for you to ask me questions if you're stuck, if you need me to log in to your website. I would say, if you are going to enroll in the course and then you think you might have questions, or a Q&A session's coming up and you might have a question, send me an email ahead of time before the Q&A session begins with, if you want me to log in, for example. If you want me to log into your website, send me an email with the question that you've got in as much detail as you have, and then the login credentials. So as you go through the course, I'll show you how to set that up, so you can create a user, and you can create a user for me to access your website. Or if you want, you can just record yourself on the phone, talking to your phone, recording your face, and then below it, here's my login credentials, and you can send that to me if you want. In an email, I wouldn't do it in the group chat, because you don't want people to log in. You don't want people to see your login credentials, but that's what I would do, okay? So it's important for me to make sure that you guys are comfortable going through the course, and you're happy with everything, and you understand everything that you need to know, and it's important that you get the help, okay? Because I know what that's like. It's a struggle when you don't know what you're doing, and there's no one giving you an answer, and you don't know what to do, and you just, hands in your head, like you're about to give up and just walk away. It's so annoying, isn't it? It's so annoying. I don't want that for you guys. And so all my students won't have that. None of you will have this trouble if you enroll in the course. I'll always give you the answers. I'll always tell you how to fix it, or what you can change. Because, maybe you don't want a particular plugin on your website. Maybe we've gone through the course and you've added all your plugins and you're like, cool, cool. Actually though, there's one more I think. I want a plugin that can do this sort of thing. I wonder what that could look like. And then you'd message me and be like, Kate, I'm after a plugin. It's a very specific plugin. It's a very specific request. And I'll say, go on, tell me more. And you'll tell me and I'll say, okay. Let me have a look and I'll see if I can find you. I guarantee there's a plugin. And if there's not a plugin, there's a code snippet. There's always something. So, you know, I don't want it. It's not a cookie. What's the term? Cookie box cutter. Yeah, we're not doing that. You don't need to copy the website that I'm showing you like for like, unless you really want to. If you want to make it your own and you want to make it unique, I recommend you do that. Okay, but if you want to keep it as is, as I've shown you in the course, you're very welcome to do that as well. Okay, it really doesn't matter. As long as you're happy with the website at the end of the day, it's cool. And like I say, the thing with WordPress is that everything's interchangeable. You can switch and move stuff about all the time. You can change things about. So if you don't like the look of it, even after you finish building it, if you don't like it, it's fine. You can it's not gonna kill anybody if you redo some bits or you restart the whole thing again. It's doable. And you don't have to pay someone extra money to do that. If you had a web designer and they've built a website and you're really excited about it, you're like, oh, I can't wait to see it, and then they show it to you and you're really happy and you love it and you're so happy and you tell everyone about it, and then a couple of days go by and you think, do you know what though, oh, man, I hate this, I don't like this website anymore, you know. Well, then what happens is that you've got to pay that person money. Either you've got to live with a website that you don't like anymore, or you've got to pay somebody again lots and lots of money to redo your website, because they've only allowed 3 revisions for your website, which is fair. If they allowed more, then you would be never-endingly changing things with them, and it wouldn't be fair to them at all. So it would make sense that they would charge you in that case. But if you're doing the course and you decide, no, I liked you for a bit, but I'm done with you now, we need to be different, you can do that. You can do that. And there's nothing stopping you from doing that. So that's a really great thing about this course. That's why I love it so much. Is like, the only thing that's limiting you is you when it comes to building on WordPress. There's really nothing you can't do, really. So I challenge you to come up with the most creative, ambitious type of website that you can. Not just for fun, unless you want to do it for fun. But I mean something practical that'd be useful for you, you know. I'd love to see what you guys have got plans when you do enroll, and when you're like ready to sort of showcase. I can't wait to see what you create. It's gonna be freaking awesome. I really can't. Oh yes, and also if you're seeing this video, is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday today. I've got all these messages backlogged on my watch. Yes, it's Wednesday. On Monday, Monday, the 50% discount went away. It went bye. So it's gone now, unfortunately. So, but not really. I mean, it's unfortunate if you were looking to save money. You had time, I gave you time, but at the same time, you know, it's still an amazing, the value you get from buying this course, enrolling in it, learning all these cool things, the community of friends that you're going to make, it's going to be entirely worth it. There are courses out there that are charging thousands and thousands of pounds for you to be in on a yearly basis, as in every year you pay us, or every month of every year you pay us a few £100 or whatever it is, or a few £1,000. This is just a one-off fee. This is £1,500. It's one-time payment. You get access to me for life. You can redo and rebuild your website as many times as you want. That's never going to go away. You have so much control in what you create. You can ask me to help you at any time, and I will. I will log into your website for you. If you cannot finish building your website for any reason, You just ask me to finish it and I'll finish it for you free of charge, as opposed to thousands of pounds a year. I mean though. And then if you stop paying thousands of pounds a year, does your lifetime access remain? No. Does your access to the community remain? Mm-mm. Access to the resources that were there, but do you still get that? No. It all goes bye-bye. But not this course. No. This course is for life. So when you enroll, you can build your website, you can ask me for help, and in 10 years time you can come back. If you built your website and you're done with it and you're like, yay, my website's done, and maybe you've not needed to come back for any other reason. You've maintained your website yourself because I've shown you how. You've looked after it because I've taught you how. And then maybe 10 years from now you want to ask me a question. Then you can. Is it going to cost you? No. Kate, can you help me with my website? I want to change a plugin, and I want to create this, that and the third. Would you be able to help me? I bought your course like 10 years ago, but would it be okay? Yes. Yes, it will be okay. Yes. And that's the difference, okay? So, yes, the half price discount's gone. I know. But fair warning, ladies and gentlemen, I've put these messages out for a long time now. So if you missed it, sorry if you missed it. But it's been out. I can't keep it open forever. Okay. But even at full price, even at 1,500, are you kidding me? For what you get for it, it's a no-win. Come on, no-win, no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So yeah, I'm going to wrap the video up. I think I've covered everything I want to cover. I'm going to do another one tomorrow. We're going to be talking about module 4, which will be fun. Remember, there's 7 modules in total, but we don't need to. We're probably actually only going to talk up to module 6, I want to say, because no, up to module 5. I think actually module 5. So we'll do 2 more videos, because module 6 and module 7 doesn't really need to be discussed. I mean, I can explain it, but it's not really, like, you probably wouldn't care, would you? It's basically covering the actual build of the website, going through all the different settings and setting everything up and creating everything, putting it all together, stitching it all together. Because in all of the modules 1 through 5, what we're doing is we are laying foundations as strong as humanly possible so that we can build the website. And then module 6 is building the website. So, and module 7 is my little bonus thing that I'm not going to tell you about because it's a secret, super secret surprise. I'm not going to tell you about it. But it is a nifty little handy whatnot. So it's good. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for this video, guys. The next one will be module 4. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So I guess I will catch you in the next video, guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. And if you are on the fence, before I go, one more thing. If you are on the fence and you're thinking, I really do want to build a website. I need a website. I actually really do need a website. Yeah, I really do. And I really should build one. But, you know, it's just a bit confusing and I'm just not sure. I hear you, okay? I really do. I get it. I really get it. Because that used to be me. But you don't need to worry, okay? What I would say, and this is me coming from a place of honesty and transparency and genuine care, because I didn't set this course up and create all of it just to make money from people. I set it up because I want to help people, because I know the devastating amount of pain, yeah, that will come from working it out on your own. I remember that. I can sit back here and I can remember just sitting behind me many years ago, trying to work it out, crying over my laptop, couldn't work it out, didn't know what to do, completely lost and confused, no one there to help me. I remember that. I created this course out of love to help, okay? So I don't say this to say, buy my course because I want your money. I say this to say, buy my course so I can help you. Let me help you. It's really not confusing. I said to my little boy yesterday, who's 8 years old, I said, I think you should watch my course. I'd like you to build a website. If you enroll in my course, you could build a website, couldn't you? I know you could, because I want to prove a point. I know he's 8, and you would think, well, an 8-year-old would have good technical knowledge because it's just natural to children of today. Yeah, maybe. I don't know about 8 though. I think 8's a bit young for technical knowledge. I haven't been geeking him out his whole life, to be honest with you. I've tried. But he's not interested as much. But I challenged him. I said, I want you to build a website. I want you to follow my course and build a website. And I reckon you could do it. I reckon you could easily do it. Just to prove to people out there that it is easy. It's so easy that a child could do it. An 8-year-old child could do it. And then he said, but mummy, I'm only 8. I said, I know, but I know you can do it. You're clever little clogs, you could do it. And he's like, alright. So at some point, how long is this going to take for me to get him to do it? I don't know. I've got to compete with television. I've got to compete with YouTube. I don't know. He he might turn around and say, I'm too busy watching YouTube, mummy. Sorry. Can we come back? Can we talk about it tomorrow? I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to drag out. I don't know how easy it will be to get him to do it. But I think he could do it. And it was just to prove a point. That's all I want to do it for my ego. To prove to you lot. To prove to you lot that it is easy. And it's not as confusing as you think. And I think if you're looking at this course and you're thinking it's going to be really hard, it is going to be hard though, and it's going to hurt. No, I promise you, it isn't. It isn't. I've gone through all that crap already, so I can break it down, simplify it, so you don't have to go through that crap. Okay? It is as simple as I can humanly make it. Honestly, it's such a simple course to follow. There's nothing complicated about it, and there's an enormous amount of help. So honest to God, as long as I'm not asleep, okay, I will answer your message. If you have a question, I will answer it as soon as I'm awake. If it's the middle of the day and you think, oh, she's probably busy, wait and see. Okay, I don't want you to be without. I don't want you to struggle. I don't want you to be in the place of, losing hope that you're never going to be able to figure it out. You are going to figure it out. I'm going to help you. I'm going to hold your hand. And it's not me saying it will be me, and then there's a secret team behind me that's going to do. They're all doing it. No, it's just me. It's just me. Just me, myself, and I. So I will help you. I will help you. But you've got to help yourself first. You have to want to do this. It's a small investment of time. The course itself, I want to say, is about 22 hours in length, right? So if you really wanted to, you could easily bash this out in a weekend if you wanted to. Easy. If you had nothing else going on, no commitments, let's say no one around you for the whole weekend, you're completely free for the weekend. There's nothing stopping you from completing it. If you're in a hurry and you need a website, but you could take your time too, you go at your own pace with this course. You do what works for you, what fits around your schedule. And if you are a parent, if you are a mum of any young babies or young toddlers, I know it's not easy. Believe you me, because when I built my website, my little boy was a baby. He was an infant. He hadn't started to crawl yet when I was doing it. So imagine how hard that was. I'm trying to work it out, crying on my laptop, stressing, confused, not sure where to go, losing hope. But I've got this infant to look after as well. I know. You don't have to dedicate 7 hours a day. This isn't that. You've got to make a commitment of, you've got to invest all this time every day. If you do what you can do, okay? You do what you're able to do. You do what works for you and your schedule. but you just keep going. That's all you do. If you're able to get through a course a day, that's awesome. That'd be amazing. Like a module a day, not a course a day, a module. If you're able to do a module a day, that would be amazing. So like most of the the modules, they're about an hour or so. Some are longer, but they've been broken down into different parts, so they're not in one chunk. But you know, you could easily do it. It wouldn't take you too long. And like I say, you'll guarantee that you will always have, no matter what, you will always have access to me regardless, even 10, 20 years from now. Okay? You will always have access to me if you have questions, if you need help, if you need me to log in, if you need assistance, unless I'm, for some reason, incapacitated and cannot get to my phone, my computer, I'd let you know at that time. But I would help you. Okay? And the other guarantee that you have is that regardless, you will walk away from this course understanding so much more than you already do, and you'll have a website, because even if you can't finish it, I will. You just have to let me know. And no, I'm not going to charge you anything extra for that. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking, you know what, I really have to get this sorted, it would be really cool if I could build a website. That would be really good. I'd love that. It'd be really cool just to have a website and I can show it off and I can get it out to people and I can like send people all these messages, look at my new website. It's great, isn't it? I built it. I did that. If you've not had that feeling before, you're gonna love it. I mean it. I really mean it. I'm not saying it in a cheesy, like tacky, like, oh, you really are. You genuinely are gonna be so happy. I was almost in tears when I was sitting behind me, right, trying to work it out, and I finished it. I almost cried because I was so over the moon happy that I'd figured it out. Somehow I stumbled through and I'd built a website. And every time I build a website, it's like, yes, I love it. It's a great feeling. And when you've done your first one, when you pop your cherry and you have your very first website done, you're going to be so happy. So I really can't wait for you to experience that. But like I say, there's so many more things that come with this. And you'll have so much access to a great community of people, to myself. If you've got questions, you can come back whenever you want. And you are not leaving without a website, okay? I promise you that. I'm not letting you go. If you walk away, you decide, oh, I can't be bothered now, or I'm gonna be the one harassing you. I'll be like, Sally, you enrolled in my course, yeah? Yeah. But you haven't finished your website? No. Do you want me to help you finish it? Well, I don't know. I've got stuff going. Sally, send me your stuff. I'll finish it for you. Well, I don't know, Kate. I've got a lot going on. Yeah, I know, but you want your website, don't you, Sally? Yeah. Sally, send it. That's what it's going to be. So I don't want you to walk away without a site, okay? And I mean it. I'm not saying it because I don't mean it. I mean it. Test if you want. Test me. I'll show you. I'll show you all. I don't want you to. It's the worst thing to me is buying a course, learning something, and then not following through, not finishing it. Just never get around to it because of just life or whatever. I don't want that for you guys. I don't want that for anybody who enrolls in my course. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. So, and I know you're going to be irritated. You're going to be kicking yourself because you haven't finished it. And I'm going to be like, oh, that's so annoying. I need closure. I'm going to annoy Sally. Sally, it's been a week since I've heard from you. Are you sending me your things or no? Yeah, I'm just a bit busy, Kate. Unless Sally's like, for the love of God, leave me alone. I'm not going to build it. Then fine. If you're going to do that, that's fine. If you really don't want it, I'm not going to force you. I'm not going to hold you hostage. But if you want me to build it, I will at the end. If you can't finish it, okay? That's the dedication I've got. Okay, so when I say you're not leaving without a site, it's because I really don't want you to go without a site. There's a reason you wanted to buy the course. There's a reason you wanted to build a website. There was a purpose. I want you to fulfill that purpose. I want to see you get to that point at the end and you're like, woo, woo, built my website. And you won't do that otherwise if I don't keep encouraging you. So because it's easy for humans to just fall off a little bit, especially if things do get slightly confusing or slightly hard. So it's important, okay? It's important. It's important for me, it's important for you. So yes, rant over. I'm going to go now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Next video is going to be module 4. We're going to talk about module 4 and all the fun and frolics we'll be having in that module. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Nothing else I really want to say. Thank you ever so much for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe if you would like to, and if you do want to enroll in the course, there's a link for it below in the description, so you can just click on that. Again, it's called the Mumpreneur Web Design Academy. It will take you to the page where you can pay for the course and then access the course, and then you've got access to the Facebook group, the WhatsApp group, all the things. Okay, so I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you again for watching, and I will speak to you soon.